In my opinion, and allegedly, DoorDash's behavior, compared to psychological terms and definitions, it would appear that she is participating in acts that look similar to grooming people into financial manipulation, allegedly. As I'm speaking on these terms, I do respect the seriousness behind them and would say that it's important to speak about these things with a licensed professional. I'm coming from a place where I'm speaking from concern and observation only. I'll go further into this, but want to give my quick background to DoorDash. I knew something was off when I tried to offer DoorDash a brand deal for my small business on the side, not for my 9 to 5 job. I gave more details about this in my other video. But in brief, this was around a time where she was telling people she didn't really have a lot of money. You could tell she needed some money. And I think it was before she went to the Jenks conference. Um, so I wasn't going to give money, but I could definitely offer a brand deal for my small business on the side. She had no email, so I had to leave a comment. She ignored my first comment, responded to other comments around mine. Then I left another comment on another video. She finally responded saying that it would take about, I think, a couple weeks to make an email address so I could reach her. This, along with other red flags, for someone her age, I knew something was off. I've been in the online advertising and marketing space, working for national and global brands professionally for about 7 years, but started gaining experience and freelancing around the time Google first bought YouTube. I also recognize a lot of behaviors after having gone through years of therapy, from being victim to different personality disorders. Now, going back to what I was talking about, the acts that appear similar to grooming into financial manipulation. So, grooming, from my understanding, is a process in which people will slowly but gradually gain someone else's trust. In most cases, presenting themselves as very caring, supportive, maybe even a sweetheart, to later exploit them. And this process involves creating a false sense of security and connection to increase the target dependence and trust, making it easier to manipulate them later. Now, with financial manipulation or exploitation, this is when someone is starting to, or specifically targeting another person for financial gain by manipulating their emotions, often by pretending to need help or be creating a sense of obligation. So, if we put these two pieces together, it's a very powerful cycle. And this is a cycle where a manipulator can slowly, over time, gain trust over the target, and creating this sense of leading to financial or emotional exploitation. This is a type of behavior that has been seen common in scams, unhealthy relationships, and cases of financial abuse. To me, I do not think the actions that we are seeing are conscious. That's my personal opinion. This, again, is all alleged. Um, I don't think it's very thought out strategic, because some people that do things like this, they're not even aware that they're doing it. And again, this potentially could not be happening at all. But I think overall, it's what we're seeing. It also sounds like what we're seeing when people are describing her hair care product situation in 2019. And again, I just want to say this is based on terms and definitions and the actions she's demonstrating based on my observation of comparing both. And again, I think it's best for a licensed professional to speak on confirming all of this and just talking with a licensed professional generally with these terms. Overall, people that are doing financially well and or have good discernment likely are not paying DoorDash any mind. If you are a diehard fan of hers, I would ask you to ask yourself, where do you stand financially? Are you feeling beat up and worn out by your job? Are you barely getting by? These are the type of people that will fall prey to being slowly but surely led or groomed into financial manipulation or exploitation. When people fall prey to scams or manipulation, a lot of times they're not aware. They're unaware. Sometimes they even take ownership of falling into the scam or manipulation without ever knowing it or ever coming to the realization. Overall, I repeat, I'm only expressing my observation and concerns. These are my opinions about allegedly what is happening and any alleged psychological behavior that I mentioned here. All this should be discussed with a licensed professional. I wish the best for her, and I wish the best for all who are being influenced to partake in certain actions, such as quitting their job and or donating in cash, apping money.